Last time they played February in East Lansing, Ohio State won it 60-57, rallying from a 12-point deficit. And we're underway, controlled by the Spartans.
Yeah, a couple things to keep your eye on. One, Ohio State in their transition defense, but also very important that Ohio State finish their defense with the rebound, because this Michigan State team is going to look to crash the offensive glass.
Here's Kohler, big fella on the box, nice roll, and he slid his pivot foot, traveling. Ohio State forcing the turnovers. Turnovers have been a problem for the Spartans this year.
But here's the thing, here's a difference too. Okay, that's a dead ball turnover, so now your opponent, being the Buckeyes, can't get out and run. It's when the turnovers now transition to live ball, and your opponent can get out and get in transition and then convert off of those miscues.
And down the lane, that one rejected. Parrish trying to get it up over the rim.
And I don't know if Parrish was looking to shoot or that time trying to get it down low to Stewart. Either which way, he drove it right into traffic.
Nice extra pass inside and an easy basket for Jackson Kohler.
Yeah, just present yourself, be patient inside. You know it's going to be one-on-one coverage. That time, outstanding spacing by Sparty.
Zapala, the Longwood transfer. Two big guys, twin towers inside for Michigan State this year. Zapala with the rebound. Spartans love to run it up and down the floor. They lead the country in fast break points at 20 a game.
But here's the key with Michigan State. We've always known that. Is their outlet pass. Whether they make or miss a shot, or the team they're playing make or miss a shot, they're going to try to get the ball up quick. Why? You don't eat into your shot clock. You can see if you can get some easier opportunities. If not, then you can reset your shot. I mean, your offense.
Fears. Young man is fearless, and we'll tell you why in a moment. The kick, Akins rises. Rebound inside, Kohler there for the easy stick back.
Offensive rebound. This is not a very good, to this point, three-point shooting team for Michigan State, only about 28%. So that's why you got to protect the paint and gobble up those defensive rebounds. That time, Michigan State able to take advantage of the missed shot.
Kohler with both baskets so far for the Spartans. Meanwhile, Thornton trying to create off the bounce. Parrish. Mobley. Shot clock at 4. Mobley has to hurry. Double pump. Hand rattling home.
Hey, sometimes the defense is great, and then the offense is better. And that time, Mobley, off balance, able to lean right into it and knock in a tough two.
Buckeyes come the other way off the miss. Mobley thinking about it. Parrish, straightaway jet. Pure. 5-4 Buckeyes. This is going to be a good one tonight, Jim.
It really is. And Ohio State, one of the best in the country behind the arc shooting. A little under 40%. You see right there, multiple players who can step in and knock it in.
Kohler muscling his way inside once again. Jackson Kohler has put on some muscle.
Well, he lost the weight. He's put on muscle. You know what that does? It increases his stamina, guys. So now he's able to go longer stretches on the court without being exhausted or tiring.
Parrish. And a foul. Looks like an offensive foul coming up. First team foul. As you take a look at some of the shooting this season. 39%, second in the Big Ten. That's a nice percentage.
Come on. And when you can stretch the court like that, now you're able to get 2 feet in the paint. The offense and defense is spread out so much.
Fears, pump fake, down the lane, on the move, hung in the air, had it rejected, 9 to shoot. Richardson, Jason Richardson's son, the Michigan State legend. Thornton in transition. And Richardson the other way. Mobley goes down. Jace Richardson knocked out of his hand.
In Michigan State, we talked about the turnover, 16 in the last game, a season high. Like I said, a lot of those were unforced as well, guys.
6'5" Spartans, ranked 18th in the nation. Ohio State playing hard under their first-year head coach. Bradshaw, the Kentucky transfer, can't get it to drop. Here's Fears, hard left-hand dribble. Richardson curls down the lane, hangs in the air, draws.
due to time constraints. We now move ahead in the action.
Now Ohio State in the zone. Fears lobs it inside. Up and in. Beautiful play. As Fears put pressure on the defense, Zapala with the easy layup to give the Spartans a 1-point lead.
Man, how about the attention to detail? You draw that play up out of the timeout, hoping that your team can execute it. And not only did they execute it, it was to perfection to get another paint point.
That one way short for Devin Royal. Spartans the other way. Fears, a young man that was literally shot in the leg last year. Back on the court this year. And he is a Tom Izzo type point guard in the makings of a Mateen Cleaves type in terms of his leadership.
Yeah, former McDonald's All-American wants to get back to that explosive nature that made him that. And there it is right there.
So I went to the shoot-around today, Jimmy, and guess who showed up?
Talk to me.
Ohio State fans would be very interested. You know what? I don't think I'm going to say it.
What? I mean, not so. That was a tease.
Oh, that was a tease.
That was a tease.
Ryan Day, the head coach of the world-famous Buckeye football team, was at practice today just to say at Michigan State.
Okay, that's the key.
Just to say hi to Coach Izzo. He said, oh, Coach Izzo has been so supportive of him. He sent him messages over the years. He knows what Ryan has gone through in terms of, you know,
expectations and everything like that, yeah.
And Ryan was at practice, and he looked great.
Last
time I saw Ryan Day, it was before the Michigan game. He didn't look like the same Ryan Day, but now he's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Tennessee and Oregon under his belt. Here's a block, picked up. Fears, the kick. Holloman, probing.
It was really good transition defense that time by the Buckeyes off that missed shot. It looked like it was going to be a 3-on-2. High low.
Zapala from Jackson Kohler. 4 points for Zapala on 2 of 3 shooting here in the first half.
How about this, guys? 17 points for Michigan State, 12 are inside the painted area. So, you know, talking about game plan, just what it is. And now, understanding how to utilize bigs. Okay, the high-low, Zapala is underneath. He has a height advantage on Mobley Jr. You know the double team is going to come if he gets it. But now the beautiful 1-2 combination, drop it over the top, easy money inside.
Zapala draws a double team, and that ball stolen. Mobley, he'll race into the front court. Fears is back, pull up 14-footer off the rim. No, however, Aaron, was that Aaron Bradshaw? No. Mahaffey with the follow. Levels the game at 17. Zapala again draws a bump, counted at the foul.
Chance to get an old-fashioned three-point play.
Zapala has now scored the last 7 points for Michigan State. And the Spartans take a 20-17 lead. Mobley brings it up the floor with Devin Royal. Mahaffey on the court as well. Sean Stewart. And a steal. Akins. Drive. Hangs. Rejected. But a whistle. And it looks like he will go to the line. Jaden Akins, fouled by Micah Parrish.
And how about this? We haven't seen it in a minute, but Bruce Thornton went to the locker room, Gus.
Yes.
He's going to figure out what's going on with that.
I'm sure that Coach Diebler is concerned with one of his best players, if not his best player. Jaden Akins at the line on the season, putting up solid numbers, averaging 14 a game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 45% from the field, 27% from the three-point line.
It should be better for me. I mean, he has a stroke. I mean, and he's one of those players that I say has yet to reach his full potential as a player. Athletic is all get out.
Still early. 5 points tonight.
Yep.
22-17, Michigan State. Stewart. Glover would beat the box. Royal across the lane and draws contact. Devin Royal, 13 points against Indiana State on Sunday. And this is Thornton after this basket. He's limping a little bit. A little hitch in his gait.
Now, I wonder if it happened on that defensive play before the ball hit the deck or something, you know?
Kevin Royal from Pickerington, Ohio. I think that's where Captain Jack Sawyer's from, too.
Kevin.
It's my man, 33. Long jump shot, Richardson, and he'll knock it down. He's putting up better numbers than his dad did at Michigan State as a freshman. Will he become as good as his dad? The jury's out on that one. He's smaller. Jason Richardson about 6'5". Glover, he'll take a jump. And this kid's got a lot of courage. He is not afraid.
He's been around a little bit.
Booker answers on the other end. Now they're starting to get warm here. 27-21. MSU 6 for their last 6 from the field. Stewart, nice step to the basket, has it rejected. Glover picks it up. Booker with a block on the weak side. Skip pass. Zapala tried to wrap it around for Booker, and a whistle.
Best player and facilitator that was out the lineup, the ball tended to stick, and that's Bruce Thornton. Now he's back in the lineup. So I'm sure we'll see a little bit more of the ball movement that we saw earlier in this game.
Royal slipping to the basket. Cross court. Glover. Royal baseline. In and out. Rebounded by Stewart. New shot clock. Ohio State 39% shooting. Glover, way short, gets it, reloads, way long. Holloman, quick pace. Folks, keep your eye on this young man, Cohen Carr, number 55 for Michigan State. He can really sky high. Carr, lefty jumper, short, gets his own rebound, goes to the hole and banks it down.
Now, the jump shot, as he develops that, opens up everything else. But I tell you what, he had a couple dunks against Western Michigan, partner, in transition. I'm a fan of this. You got to be able to knock in some shots. You got to be able to be a dual kind of threat, because that opens up so many more options offensively. You can punch some more buttons, and progression has been slow in that area. But if he gets it, guys, my goodness, watch out.
Tom Izzo said he didn't know how to dunk until he came to Michigan State. They taught him how to do that.
Well, you know, Tom Izzo, they're really good at developing players. That's been the strength for them, I guess.
Holloman keeps his dribble alive. 29-23. Michigan State shooting 56% from the floor, 4 to shoot. Richardson off the heel. Carr with a rebound, and he's fouled. And Carr now 15 for 15 from the free throw line in the last 5 games. Started the season 11 to 26, so he's been working on it.
But he has a really good, watch how he shoots the ball. Okay, I think he needs to square his body up a little bit more on his jump shot. You know, utilize the arch and shoot it up in the air, but he has a really good stroke. You know, it's this technique, mechanics, and then more importantly, in between your ears, are you really confident when you take that shot? Are you more confident, Gus, when you miss a few?
I got to tell you one thing. He's got maybe the coolest sneakers I've ever seen.
You want some, don't you?
Oh, my goodness.
I know you do.
Yes, I do. If they got a low top on. And a steal. Almost. Richardson got a hand on. Mobley retreats. Back door. Royal couldn't hold on. Ball knocked out of bounds and will stay right here. Look at those sneakers on Cohen Carr.
Listen,
Matt Gingle, our director, can see.
Yeah, you got to focus. You know some people, don't you, from Michigan State? I think you can get a pair.
Look at those.
But I don't know if they make them in a size 5, though, guys.
That will be size.
I was waiting for that one, man.
Be size 12, young man.
I was waiting on that one.
Inside, Nicely done again for Aaron Bradshaw. He's making his mark, had 11 points against Indiana State on Sunday on 3 of 6 shooting. 31-25.
Yeah, you gotta think about this Buckeye team is still a work in progress with bodies becoming more available. The repetition, the continuity, all of that is still in the works.
Thornton trying to create. 4:12 to play in the first half. Thornton got a good look. Long rebound. Holloman. Bidler. Now Mobley. Penetrates. Peels it back. The trailer. Parrish shows it. Drives. And gets it to fall.
That's beautiful transition basketball. Little pump fake. The lefty able to finish, and good defense that time by Thornton to get back and take away Fittler's layup.
31-27. Mobley leaves it for Thornton. Bradshaw. He's been hot. Maybe out of his range on that.
He has a good stroke, but that time just a little bit off to the right. The team has confidence in him shooting that shot. He came into the game 3 for 14, but a lot of that I think has to do with Russ too.
Ohio State 2 for 14 from the three-point line. 10 to shoot. 31-27. Holloman. Zapala draws a double. 4 to shoot. Holloman's got to hurry. Both teams ice cold from the three-point line. Michigan State 2 of 11. Ohio State 2 of 14.
But that favors Michigan State, who doesn't rely so much on the 3-ball in their game plan. A little backdoor cut by Thornton.
Thornton having a hard time getting good looks. Royal back in the game. Here's the champ. Buster Douglas got his Cartier glasses on. Is he from Michigan or something?
He's from right here from C-Bus.
Okay.
You know what it is.
I was just saying, I was looking at those Cartier glasses. That's in Detroit City.
No, man, they wasn't pink, man. Stop playing, man. Oh, got the 5-second
violation.
And, you know, Bruce, you got to have that 4-second count in your head. If you can't get it, then you want to give it up and call that timeout, but that time not able to get it. But if you're Michigan State, you think about this, you struggle from shooting, but again, that hasn't bogged you down because you've been able to do the little things. And guess what, Gus? Those 4 early turnovers hurt them, and only 2 since then, so more shots at the rim.
And a steal. Mahafey. Royal to the basket, and good. 31-29. Ohio State trying to reel in the Spartans. Team high 7 points for Royal. Carr off balance.
You got to get back and get that defense set.
Bruce Thornton points in the last few games. He's been putting up nice numbers against Kentucky in a win. They had 30, Indiana State 33. Tonight, he did go out of the game into the locker room to be looked at. We do not know specifically what the injury was, but he's back on the floor. He's got 2 points. He's only taken 4 shots, 1 for 4.
Well, but, you know, in the Auburn game and another one, the more physical they've been, and that's hard to say with Bruce Thornton, the less effective he has been. And you see the guards for Michigan State, good defense by Barnard right there.
6 turnovers for Ohio State.
Yeah. They've been able to take Bruce Thornton kind of out of his rhythm. And that's weird to say for a physical guard like Thornton.
Akins tried to feed the post. Zapala can't hold on and will head the other way. He loses it out of bounds. 8 turnovers now for the Spartans.
At that time, Zapala was just moving a little bit too fast, understanding that Bradshaw was right behind him. Wanted to try to out-quick him to get that shot up, but you got to secure the pill first.
Thornton, hesitation, drives baseline, cut off. Carr was there. Here's a post move. Draws a huge double team, knocked out of his hands. Akins picks it up. Akins gas. Richardson on the wing. Akins double clutch off the glass and good.
Told you. I'm telling you, man. Now, You got Richardson running the court, thinking about, because he's so athletic, the alley-oop. The back man on defense, I'm like, okay, which way do I go? And that time, Akins able to utilize that left hand and that superb athleticism to finish that one in transition.
Royal throws it away again. Back-to-back turnovers for him. Out of control. And a timeout called by Michigan State.
Because the number of teams and how scheduling goes, a season like this happens where you only play maybe a powerhouse once, and lucky for the Buckeyes, play them at home, but Michigan State, once again, second time out of a timeout, that they've been able not only to execute the play that was drawn up, Gus, but execute it to perfection to finish it with a basket.
Zapala, game high 9 points. Remember, it's scoring by committee for the Spartans. Ohio State, their last 4 possessions, 3 turnovers, 2 of them by Royal. About a 1-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Thornton. Glover pulls up, air ball out of bounds, and so the Spartans will inbound it and head into the locker room with a 37-29 lead.
Oh, he can't
and now
move.
A baseline violation. That one deflected, and that's the end of the first half. Zapala had all of his game-high 9 points in the last 10 minutes of the first half. Michigan State starts the second half with the basketball. That one kicked out of bounds. As for Ohio State, they've shot 54%, 57%, and 56% in their last 3 games. Tonight, 38%, so I'm sure Jake Diebler wants to see his team improve in that statistical category.
But you're not getting those clean, wide open looks. And that's the difference in this game. So credit Michigan State for staying true to their scouting report.
Akins tight roping the baseline, reverse layup, comes up short. Zapala there for the stick back. Now he has 11.
Yeah, another offensive rebound. And when you have dribble penetration, now you're caught in rotation. Bodies come off of bodies, and that's when you're open to and susceptible to offensive rebounds, as we've seen.
Zapala 5 for 5. Mobley rims off in a whistle and foul, as Devin Royal will be called for the push in the back. That's his second. First team foul. Fears, Kohler, Holloman, Zapala, inside Zapala again. This time from Fears. Michigan State starting to take full control of this game to start the second half. Usually coaches say the first 3 minutes of the second half, very important.
Well, the last 2 to 3 minutes were very important to Michigan State as well, to kind of finish with a flurry, then bring that same concentration and power to the game. And look at him right now, just pushing the ball and scoring. On that time, missed it inside with another offensive rebound.
New shot clock, they reverse it. Akins rises in and out. Kohler with a rebound, great position, and he's fouled by Devin Royal.
Let's go back to that weave action up top, and a lot of it is a misdirection by Michigan State. All of this action that you're going to see right here is to be able to get Zapala to roll, because you're going to have a shooter come back up here to make it look like the shot is there. And once you roll, Bruce Thornton had to help a little bit, but not too much, because you had a shooter coming up.
Zapala with the flush. Timeout, Ohio State. So let's see how Ohio State responds. The hayfield. Pick and roll. Hard down the lane. Tough shot off the heel. Snatched down Akins. He'll rake it and take it.
Great defense by Jackson Kohler by staying down and not going for the pump fake.
Fears, guarded by Thornton. Fears, the orchestrator. Keeps his dribble alive. Poked away. On the floor. Picked up. Thornton, he's tied up. How good was Jeremiah Smith the other night? Oh my goodness.
Listen, think about this. Who did we lose last year as a receiver?
We?
Yeah, we.
I don't know who y'all lost last year as a receiver. Who'd you lose?
Marvin Harrison.
That's right. He was pretty good.
And look what happened.
He's doing pretty good in the NFL. Meanwhile, the turnover. Here come the Buckeyes. Thornton. Now Glover. Thornton shows it. They need to get him on track offensively. Glover steps into a jump shot and knocks it down.
But that's really good offense by Ohio State. It went from strong side to weak side, and then it got back to the strong side. And by shifting the defense,
Michigan State is led by as many as 14. Holloman. Now Akins off a screen and knocks down mid-range jet.
little double screen action that time. Richardson comes off first, but then that's Akins timing it up perfectly.
Nice extra pass. Power dribble and Bradshaw fouled. Carson Cooper called for the foul, and that will send Aaron Bradshaw to the line to shoot two. Had a chance to visit with him today at the shoot around. Aaron Bradshaw from Newark, New Jersey.
Really good opportunity here to establish himself a much needed presence inside. Love the way that Sean Stewart is playing, but Bradshaw gives you a different dimension with that long frame, albeit a little thin. But it's not like you're pounding and grinding a lot more. You can get up and down. A little press right here. Pressure by Ohio State.
45-34. Buckeyes trying to crawl their way back into this game after trailing by 14. Booker squirts out, picked up Thornton. Let's see if he can get to the basket and make something happen offensively. They need him. Back-to-back 30-point games for Thornton. Parrish draws a double. They swing it. Thornton muscles his way inside, can't get it off, and a foul on Akins. It's the Big Ten. If you didn't know, you better ask somebody. Especially if Penn State and Ohio State get into the national championship game. You have two Big Ten teams playing for the national championship.
But isn't that like what early on too, like SEC, when it was like Georgia and Alabama? You know what I mean? It's about time, the Big Ten. So we're pulling.
Some of those SEC teams come up playing some cold weather.
Oh, what?
See what happens when that happens.
Yeah, Tennessee. Voluntarily was like,
time to get on the bus.
You got on the bus.
Inside Cooper. Jump hook. And it won't stay down.
But good move though. And part of that growth for Cooper, the upper body strength got to a spot, just not able to finish it. A good strip by Holloman right there on Thornton. I'm telling you, not letting Thornton get any daylight.
Booker tried the extra dribble, lost it. Parrish the other way. He's a Detroit native. Started at Oakland, then transferred to San Diego State. Loses the ball, outlet Richardson. He's got Carr with him, and an easy layup. Jace Richardson.
11th turnover by the Buckeyes, and a lot of it too is like when those turnovers occur. Talked about the live ball turnovers by Michigan State. That time didn't have a chance for Ohio State to get the defense set off that turnover.
Michigan State averaging 20 fast break points per game. They have 6 tonight. Ohio State with 4. Thornton, Glover, Bradshaw. Here's Glover inside. Nice ball fake. Deals a baseline. Pull-up jumper. This won't fall for Bradshaw. They get their own rebound. New shot clock. Thornton, he'll drive. Lobs inside and a whistle and foul as Bradshaw goes down hard.
And he hit the deck hard too. Have an impact.
Royal. Forced run up, partially blocked by Zapala. Richardson, Fears, Carr, Cola. Top of the arc, Fears thinking about it, lets it fly. Brick, loose, scramble. Buckeyes come out with it. Mobley crosses over down the lane, double pump, rejected from behind by.
Carr can do it either way. 1 foot jumper, 2 foot jumper.
I think one of the coaches told me at the shoot around today that top of the arc, nice jumper for Thornton. Hopefully that gets him on track. Carr has a 51-inch running vertical and a 31-something inch standing vertical.
It gotta be higher than 38.
It's higher than 38.
Gotta be about 38.
Okay.
It gotta be. The way he jumps, it's like he got some rockets underneath, and that might be an oh no, I thought it was gonna be an offensive foul.
10-point game. Michigan State's led by as many as 14. And the Spartans turn it over. Thornton, they can get inside double digits right now. Baseline Mobley. Stewart with a rebound. Thornton steps into a triple. And foul behind the line by Fears. Buckeyes drop 3 of 4 after Thanksgiving, including a 91-53 loss to second-ranked Auburn. Since they've reeled off 3 wins in a row, including an impressive 85-65 upset of then number 4 Kentucky at the Garden. They do look pretty. All right, 47-40. Here comes the crowd. Fans back in it now. They lob it. Zapala, no. That one contested at the rim by Stewart. Glover quickly down the lane. No, but on a call.
Teams want to stay old, get old, and stay old.
Today, he said he wants his former players or the former Ohio State players to be proud of the team that they put out on the floor and to continue to come back and be a part of this program. 47-41 after being down by 14. A steal, Stewart, bang! And the Buckeyes are right back in it. 8-0 run. Fears, guarded by Mobley. Zapala comes up the screen. Fears, driving, off balance, off the heel, kicked out, rebounded. Frankie Fiddler hands it off. Akins, new shot clock. Ohio State digging in deep defensively. Here comes that same screen. Fears the other way this time. Hangs, deals, oh! And a two-handed flush by Cohen Carr.
Bounce. You know what? Jeremy Fears, you know who he reminds me of? AJ Hogarth. With the build, the way he moves, uses his body.
Baseline jumper, no. Rebounded, Stewart. Jump hook, count. 49-45. Stewart has done a nice job giving them some energy. As we close in on 10 minutes to play in the second half. Fears. Akins popping out on the wing. Trying to create space. We'll get it back. Shea, step back Jay, lefty, short. Glover, the other way, keeps his footing. Basket right here, and this Ohio crowd will explode. Pick and roll, Thornton. Mobley, hard drive, teardrop, short, Glover, rebound. Mobley for 3, and hits! 49-48. They got a one-point game in Columbus. 13-2 run for the Buckeyes. And a foul on the way. Glover.
Let's see how Michigan State responds here.
Spartans have gone flat. Holloman finds Booker. Long rebound, Fears, new shot clock. Holloman. Long rebound, this time it's Mobley. Buckeyes can take the lead right here with a bucket. 49-48. Last time Ohio State led was 15-14. Not a good shot by Mobley.
Yeah, no. Got caught up in the moment right there. Wanted to have the knockout punch to get back in it and take the lead, but figured that's a lost possession that time by the Buckeyes.
Holloman, 16-foot J. No. Rebounded. Glover. Nice pass inside, deflected. Royal to Thornton. He'll drive. Pulled off 16 straight away. Count it. And Ohio State has the lead. 50-49 after being down by 14. Thornton with 10 points, 8 in this half. How do the Spartans respond? Skip pass, Sterling Stewart. Thornton, lob, Stewart! Safe from going out of bounds by Michigan State. Akins the other way. They're going up and down now, folks. 50-49. 8 minutes to play. Second half. Fears. Stop and start. Steps on the baseline, out of bounds.
Player gets it when they make a bad play or take a bad shot. You call it out lightly. He gets it in response.
Thornton, who's been patient with his offense, pulls up. Air ball, loose ball, rebounded by the Buckeyes. Shot clock doesn't reset. It's at 5. Thornton dribbles it off of his foot, picked up by Booker. Big man into the front court, gliding to the hole and laying it in. Woo!
When you're in that gray area in between, a lot of times you don't make the right decision that time. The foul was committed, and Booker completed the three-point play.
He adds a free throw. That ends a 15-2 run. Michigan State back up by a deuce. Thornton backs his way into the front court. Royal, 16-foot pull-up. Holloman gets it back for 3. And it's good.
Tom Izzo's on the sideline. After the 3 went in, arm stretched out like hallelujah. But excellent offensive execution by Michigan State on that possession.
His first points of the night. 55-50. Spartans respond in a big way. Glover weaving his way on the baseline. Tried to reverse, no. Out of bounds. 6-0 run after the 15-2 run for Ohio State. And another turnover by the Buckeyes. 14 tonight. Richardson. He'll make that Fears. Turns a corner. Nice look. Booker! 2-hand wham. And a timeout called by Ohio State.
Nah, man. We got to keep that thing to Big Ten. Let everybody else figure out what to do with the other 8 teams. That's right.
All right, Glover. Parrish. Mahafey also on the floor with Thornton. Fade away. And Parrish knocks down a silky smooth lefty jump shot.
Yeah, that time got to his left hand, And that was good defense that time, too. It was Holloman that was on him, but
He has 7.
yeah, and Parrish, taller frame, able to 6'6", able to shoot right over the top, even with the fadeaway.
Fears. 6 to shoot. Baseline. Holloman, air ball. Thornton with the rebound.
Yeah, Holloman was looking to pass on that. If you go to drive and you look to pass and then you shoot at the last minute, not going to be as effective.
Parrish 3. And air it. The lead cut to 2. Under 5 to go. But Michigan State continues to fight.
How about that?
Fears.
Made 3, quick push, 2 feet in the paint, responds with the basket.
After falling to Memphis in the semifinal of the Maui Invitational, Spartans have made it 6 in a row. And a foul on Fears. Thornton at the line, shooting 1-1. Misses the front end. They need those. 59-55. Here come the Spartans. On the road, they played an excellent game. Fears with Zapala. Baseline, Carr, and a whistle and foul. We'll go to the line.
But when you close out too close to his body, your momentum is coming. His is going to go right by you, and that's part of the scouting report. Too much space, the angle wasn't good, and you want a slow close out to go and force him to have to shoot the jump shot.
61-55. Michigan State has had all the answers when Ohio State comes back in this game. Thornton, guarded by Carr. He's bigger and longer than Thornton. And a steal. Akins. He'll race. Akins straight to the basket. Oh, rejected.
May come down to that in this game too, guys.
Perfect basketball facility, the Breslin Center.
It is made just for basketball.
Baseline, Akins. Off the heel. Parrish with the rebound. Buckeyes can get closer right now. Michigan State, 3 of 18 from the three-point line. Thornton, guarded by Fears. Parrish, looking for his offense. 10 to shoot. Stewart. Parrish, top of the arc. Jay! Bam! 61-58. He's got 13. And here come the fans once again. But Michigan State has been resilient. Akins, 8 to shoot. Akins, hard drive, scoop shot, up and in! Jaden Akins, what a play!
Both occasions, the Buckeyes showing tremendous patience, getting the shot they wanted. And that time, despite the shot clock getting under 10 seconds and 8, it was the senior Akins taking his time, getting to his right hand, offhand, to finish a big-time basket.
63-58. Royal, and he's bumped and fouled. Gets the first to go in. Devin Royal, a consensus 4-star recruit, and Ohio's Mr. Basketball in 2023. 12th Buckeye in history with that honor. Coach Diebler's brother John, also Mr. Basketball, state of OHIO.
This is where the weakness of the Ohio State Buckeyes come into play. 14th in the Big Ten at 69%. And free throw shooting, knows how important those are down the stretch, guys.
11 of 16 tonight. Down by 4. Michigan State with the ball. Fears. Drives. Spins. Fade away. Loose ball and a foul coming up.
Now you're going to make or miss shots. But can you get the looks you need to get versus the defense is the question. Ohio State's turn right here offensively. 2
big-time free throws for Jackson Kohler, who has 8 points and 9 rebounds. Close to a double-double. 1:27 to go. Thornton. And Parrish steps on the sideline, out of bounds.
And that time, Parrish with a costly turnover.
Fears orchestrating. Inside, nice look at a foul. Carr. So Carr, 7 for 7 from the free throw line tonight. He's made his last 21.
Shot that one short right there.
Well, the streak comes to an end. But Michigan State does have the lead, 66-59. Under a minute to play. Mobley. He's got to hurry. And somehow he bangs that one down. Tolliman running the baseline. He'll get it back. Into the front court. Akins takes his time and draws a foul. Thornton.
Buckeyes have to take the same kind of thought process. Force Michigan State, if you score, to be able to catch the ball inbounds cleanly. And if you do that foul, put them to the line and force them to have to make shots.
Not the man you want at the line. 87% free throw shooter on the season, Jaden Akins. Got the second one to fall as well. Michigan State 5 of 6 from the free throw line in the last 4 minutes. Ohio State 3 of 6. Mobley just hit a big-time long three-pointer. Looking to reload. Thornton, he'll take an off-balance shot. And a rebound to Kohler. 8 points, 10 rebounds, 2 for 2 from the free throw line in 19 minutes. 26 consecutive NCAA appearances, 8-time National Coach of the Year. Parrish, no good. And the rebound to Spartans, and that'll do it. Michigan State dominated the paint, outscoring Ohio State 38-22.